This is a very hard video to make, because I know many children and adults love this show, but I think it's time that I reveal the dark truth behind it. Okay. So if you don't know, Bluey is an Australian children's show that premiered in 2018 and is currently running at 3 seasons. Many people adore this show for discussing so many adult topics in a way a child could understand, but I think that is just utterly false. I really hope there are some parents out there watching this video, because you just really need to see what I'm seeing. The first and most obvious reason this show is just disgusting is that it's Australian. As a proud American, it really scares me to see so many people getting influenced by the Australians. It is clear that this show was made by the Australian government to brainwash our children. Not only that, but I have actually spoken with a parent who is concerned for their children's safety watching this show. First, I asked him, do you think Bluey is safe for children? And he said, Bluey is danger. Now, I want to thank him, because, God, he is such a brave soul for telling us just how dangerous the show is. Another topic I would like to speak on is just how utterly outrageous and disgusting the episode topics are. Most people are seeing this as a positive about the show, but I need to reveal the dark truth behind these topics. The first episode I would like to talk about is Season 2, Episode 16, Army. Now, this may seem like an innocent episode of your children's favorite TV show, but the main character in this episode happens to have a thing called ADHD. Now, see, they're trying to push this new brain thing onto your children, and frankly, it's disgusting. Just a simple Google search will tell you that ADHD isn't even real. Another thing about this episode that makes me just terrified for any children that watches it is that it's really pushing the Australian army onto us Americans. They knew what they were doing. And honestly, the biggest issue I have with this episode is that it's trying to sell meth to your kids. Your children are going to watch that episode, think they have ADHD, and then you're going to have to get those meds, and those meds are just meth. The Australians are trying to get your kids on meth. You may think this sounds like a stretch or I'm being untruthful, but please do your own research. This is very serious. Now, another example of how this show can be really harmful to our kids is Season 2, Episode 13, Dad Baby. This episode is basically just about Bluey's dad, Bandit, experiencing what it's like to have a child inside of you. Honestly, it kind of scares me that this is allowed. Like, children are allowed to see this. It's disgusting. The depiction of a man giving birth, just how could they air that? I think it's disgusting, and someone is definitely trying to push their agenda on us good, pure Americans. I do not stand for this. In general, this show is disgusting and terrifying. You should never let your kids watch this. If you do, just please be aware of what they're going to see. That's all for today. I think that's enough talking about this show.